Robbie, is that what you're sort of looking for ahead of next weekend?
It was in a way. We were looking for a physical confrontation from the Bulls and a step up in their performance, which obviously we got. I felt that they played well and put us under pressure at certain stages. But I was happy with our first sort of 20 minutes of the game, where physically we were into it, and the intensity and tempo that we wanted to get out of it, we achieved it. So our whole plan was not to kick out and try and keep as much ball in play as possible, and to work in those dark spaces for long periods of time, which we achieved. So obviously one or two individual mistakes which let us down, a little bit of looseness, but overall to come up here and score 6 tries at Loftus and get a win at the end of the day was positive for us.
It must be pleasing as well, the fact that you guys were able to create and finish those tries, but at the same time you capitalised on turnovers as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a real strength of ours this year, on counter-attack or turnover possession, like it was last weekend against the Sunwolves. It's been a real key for us, this year. And but I think we constructed, some good tries. So also from set piece, we had the ascendancy in the scrums, and our line-out probably didn't function as well as we would like, but we still got through a few phases in our structured play, which was obviously a goal for us, which we didn't achieve last week. So, like I say, it's always tough to come up here and play, but and the Bulls were always going to be up for it. It was the last game, and I felt that they did some good things. They scored a cracker try in the first half from set piece, which shows that they're also coming along in their game. But overall, happy with what we achieved today.
5 tries leaked, so leaked 5 tries.
Yeah, no, look, if I look at those tries, again, one or two individual areas, where we just coughed up possession, soft tries, from a line-out, Jesse Creel just came through and, handling error from our side, he scored an easy try. I felt that we could have done better defensively, but there were passages where we were actually quite dominant, and we certainly put them under pressure, and they didn't get the continuity that they would have liked, and we forced them, when we were on defence, we forced them under pressure, and they coughed up the ball, which led to our tries, which is a positive. Going into quarterfinals, there's minimal possession, and it's those turnover opportunities that you create, from your defence, that really can turn a game, and that certainly happened for us today.
Do you go for areas you would want to improve on this week?
No, again, I just think our set-piece play can get better and our structured play can get better, and then obviously defensively, we were a bit loose at times, but like I said, when we get it right, it's individual areas at the moment, and if we can get a little bit more clarity, and a little bit more confidence in the systems, then we should be okay.
Do you envisage the quarterfinal being a similar sort of open 40 players, 33 sort of concept?
Look, last year's quarterfinal was a 60-pointer, so let's hope it's not that. Look, I think that if we tighten up in a few areas, I think it'll be a good contested game. I think that the way we're going at the moment in terms of our attack, we're putting teams under pressure and we're scoring some good tries. So, the way that we've changed our mindset this year is obviously we're playing a lot more rugby, which does lead to turnover possession against us. And the biggest sort of challenge for us is being able to learn to attack and defend at the same time. And when we do turnover possession, we've got to be able to, stop any of their momentum or any of their line breaks that they're getting at the moment. So, look, you're playing against a quality outfit in the Chiefs. They're a great attacking side, and they can put you to the sword on turnover possession, which they did to us in the quarterfinal last year. So, if we can tighten up on a few areas, I think that it'll be good battle out there.
So, how big is this in terms of confidence for the side? 3 solid wins on the trot now.
Yeah, no, it's really good. That's what we've been talking about internally. We knew, especially today, we really wanted to win. We haven't won in 2 or 3 years, and we knew the Bulls will come out hard. It was the last game, and they'll bring the physicality. I think actually all the things that we wanted to work on, they actually brought it, and we actually obviously had to lift the bar. But you know what? Next week is a totally different challenge, but I'm saying that we got to win, so we've got good positive vibes going forward. But yeah, next week is totally different. Everything that you've done in these games before actually mean nothing if you don't turn up next week.
We don't talk about obviously what happened last year.
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about it, but it should be motivation at the end of the day. It should encourage you, make you want to play even more, because I'll never forget what happened last year, but I don't want it to happen again. We all don't want it to happen again, and we're a totally different team compared to last year. And yeah, so next week is just going to be a total different challenge. Yeah, it's good that we're home.
So yeah, how do you think you guys have changed as a team compared to last year?
I think we obviously want to play more rugby. You know, we don't want to be what South African rugby is known for, just kicking and running same side. We want to play rugby in all from. And I mean, when you're 22, if the opportunities there, we'll play rugby. You know what I mean? So, and we want to play more and obviously kick better, make smarter decisions. And I think in the past we were programmed. You must kick now. You must do this now. We're just playing rugby. We get given the license to play what's ahead of us. So yeah, in that department, I think it's good. And the coach is creating leaders. He's giving us the opportunity to become better leaders, where we can make decisions in the field. Not everything is forced. Like this is what you must do. He gives us a license to say, okay, I think this will work here. You know what I mean? And yeah, and all the guys are responding. It's a very young side, very young leadership, but we're working together, and it's getting better every week.